It's on, baby! It's on, baby! It's on, baby!
Welcome to Football Friday, brought to you by Donato's Pizza, Salads, and Subs. I'm Eric Elkin.
And I'm James Ryder. We're going to begin right away with our game of the week here on Football Friday.
It's been a dream season so far for Brookville. The Blue Devils are having their best season since 2008.
That year, Brookville went a perfect 10-0, and this season, the team entered tonight still unbeaten at 6-0.
Blue Devils visiting a 4-2 Milton Union team in a cross-division SWBL showdown. And Brookville strikes first. Austin dealt 13-yard touchdown run. Blue Devils take a 7-0 lead. Then just a crazy play here. Simple toss play turns into an absolute disaster for Brookville. Bailey Wallen fumbles the pitch. The ball gets kicked around a bit before Milton Union's Crew Thwaites picks it up, and look at him go. Runs it all the way back for a touchdown, and that ties the game at 7. After the end of the first quarter, it could have been a 14-0 lead for Brookville. Instead, it's 7-7. So second quarter, after a Milton Union turnover, Justin Heck scores on a 19-yard touchdown run. Brookville takes a 14-7 lead into the halftime locker room. Third quarter, Blue Devils up 8, and they start to run away with it. Bailey Wallen breaks a 55-yard touchdown run to put the game away. Brookville remains unbeaten with a 34-13 win.
7-0, it's always a good win to get 7-0, and I don't know, we just keep fighting. I mean, teams come out, we give our best look.
They know any given week it might be the other guy or it might be them, and they know that's what it's all about. They just want to win, and they go out. They don't care about who's carrying the ball, and they don't care who's blocking. They just want to get the job done.
So Milton Union falls to 2-2 in the Buckeye division of the SWBL behind Carlisle and Middletown Madison.
They both enter tonight as the only remaining unbeaten teams in division play for league play. Carlisle at 3-0 and Madison 2-0. Carlisle riding a 3-game win streak into tonight's contest, and it's Carlisle down 14-0 at the half. Ridge Reed taking the ball, ramming and spinning his way past defenders, and then he is off to the races. He goes in for 6. That cuts the lead in half. It's 14-7. Madison beginning to answer back. It's KC Linden. He's going to keep the ball on 3rd and long. And then he sees plenty of daylight, picking up the first down with his legs. Finally dragged down, and after a fumble, then he would get a quarterback sneak, and on a Carlisle fumble, Nick Svarta would answer, taking the ball through the Indian defense. Another touchdown for the Mohawks. Madison knocks off Carlisle 28-14.
Wayne still hanging on as the only remaining unbeaten in the entire G-Walk, on the road for a 3rd straight week at Fairmont. And the first drive of the game, Fairmont's Corday Kyles coughs up the football. Wayne gets the turnover, and you can't shoot yourself in the foot against Wayne because they'll take advantage. Next play, Messiah DeWeaver throws a strike to Matt Wilcox in the end zone for 6. But look at this play. It's Daryl McCleskey fielding the punt. And then, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous.
Don't look away.
He's running in circles. And then it gets a nice block there by Tobias Gilliam. I believe that's who that was. Springs him loose, and McCleskey goes all the way for the touchdown. I think we might see that play a little bit later in the show. Next Wayne drive, DeWeaver keeps the ball, trots in for the touchdown. Wayne train rolls to 7-0 with a 48-6 win.
Centerville currently on the cusp of a possible playoff spot. Elks travel to Northmont tonight, and it's Elks getting the ball first. 3rd play of the game, top 22 selection, Jacob Harrison to Nate Richmond, and look at Richmond work. Got a convoy with him. He's just not phased, just easy touchdown for him. 7-0 Centerville. Northmont, though, answers with a 3-play drive of their own. Avery Milner, well, he's showing us why he should have been a top 22 selection. 20-yard touchdown to tie the game. Bolts would get a 3-and-out, and 1 play later, Jabari Perkins on the reverse. He's got power steering and power brakes, and he is gone. He had another touchdown on a jet sweep. He had a reverse pass. Dude was doing everything. Northmont told me they hungry. Well, Centerville responds. It was Colin DeBoard with a big touchdown pass, or touchdown catch, and then Richmond hitting him with a dab. It's 21-14 Elks, and I mentioned Colin DeBoard. He makes one guy miss, and then this dude is fast. 4.35 40 time. He's lightning in a bottle. Centerville wins their shootout 62-41.
Beaver Creek looking to keep pace with Wayne in league play, making the trip to Springfield. We saw the punt return by Daryl McCleskey. Danny Davis is going to try and one-up him on this punt return. But coach, get out of the way. Sanka, you dead? No, man, still running.
Kiss my
Danny
lucky
Davis, cut back, and he scores on the punt return. Not quite as impressive as Daryl McCleskey's, but still good. Salim Muhammad will then go to the air, finding that man Danny Davis right up the seam for a 35-yard touchdown grab. Danny Davis is one heck of an athlete. But Beaver Creek coming back. Tim Bradshaw gets the handoff. He's not going to be stopped. 12-yard score, and Beaver Creek wins on a late field goal, 31-28. Beavers now 6-1. Coming up next on Football Friday, a lot of big plays. Coming up next on Football Friday, first place on the line in the CCC, and they needed overtime to decide it. That's coming up. Miamisburg bounced back nicely from its first loss of the season in a Week 5 matchup with Wayne. The Vikings handled Lebanon in their GWalk South opener, and tonight, their first road test in league play. Steve Chanel's Miamisburg team visiting Fairborn. Skyhawks having a tough year at 1-5. This highlight's going to be a lot of Tony Clark early on. Berg doesn't throw it often, but a nice catch by Clark sets them up in the red zone. Then a couple of plays later, Clark finishes off the opening drive with the score. Vikings ate up 6:33 of the clock on that opening drive. Fairborn trying to answer, going for it on 4th down. Brent Grody throwing one up, and guess who comes down with it? Yep, that's Tony Clark again. Picks it off, but Miamisburg couldn't turn that one into points. But in the second quarter, Berg starts to open it up a bit. Check out this run by Devon Calloway, breaking a couple of tackles and drags a defender across the goal line, and Miamisburg cruises 35-13. The other big one in the GWalk South this week, Springboro, winners of 5 straight. Xenia's won 3 in a row, and the Bucks start out hot. Top 22 selection Danny Naylor scrambles and finds Rocky James in the end zone. It caps off a 13-play drive, 7-0, 5 minutes in. Springboro trying to respond. Fellow top 22 selection Elijah Cunningham picked off by Ryan Johnson, and the senior's going to take it to the house for the pick 6. Xenia up 13-zip with the upset on its mind, but the Panthers strike back. Cunningham doesn't show off those wheels too often, but take that fancy car out of the garage. He's rolling. And then the cutback, and then this is the best part at the end, drags the defender across the goal line. And after a slow start, Springboro cruises 52-26.
Trotwood is the top dog of the GWalk North, but Sidney and Butler, they came in today with 4-2 records, trying to not only fight for the spot with Trotwood trying to win the division, but the winner keeps its playoff hopes alive, and the loser's chances may be over for the postseason. So we go to Vandalia. Sidney trying to get back on track after its 4-game win streak was snapped. Yellow Jackets on offense down 22-0. Andre Gordon on the keeper for the Jackets, making guys miss, spinning. Big pickup. Jackets at 4th and goal at the 5, but Butler's defense comes up strong, and Gordon would actually be hurt on this play, and it's 22-0 Aviators. In the 4th, Butler just killing the clock. Nick Martin puts this one away. 7-yard touchdown run. Butler improves to 5-2 with a 29-0 win. Well, we head to the Central Buckeye Conference. Kenton Ridge is rolling the last 3 weeks. They face Shawnee tonight. We pick it up in the second, and so does David Barnett. He gets the interception and takes it all the way from 35 yards out, and he is making a house call. Tied at 7, but Kenton Ridge comes right back. Kobe Holtz taking it from a few yards out. Kenton Ridge up 14-7, but back comes Shawnee, and it's Josh Nelson smashing his way through the goal line. That makes it 14-all, but Kenton Ridge gets the job done. They win 41-28. And you can get involved with us on Twitter. Tweet us your pictures, videos from the game at ABC22 Fox 45, or tweet us the score of the game that you're at. And don't forget, you can follow myself at JamesR2245, as well as Eric. It's that guy over there, Eric2245.
Stebbins was stunned by Bell Fountain last week, looking to bounce back from its first loss of the season against Tecumseh. Second quarter, Indians up 16-zip. Jaron Porter picks off Matt Crane, and that sets up Stebbins with some really good field position. And on the ensuing drive, Stebbins at the 1. This is one of the more interesting QB sneaks I've ever seen before, because David Hickey looks like he's stopped, but then he just rolls over a couple of guys and then just rumbles his way to the end zone there. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. 10 seconds left in the half. Stebbins defense coming up big. Brady Wilson intercepts the pass in the end zone. Stebbins rolls 42-7.
One of the good ones of the night came in the cross-county conference. Covington and Miami East, both 5-1, riding 5-game win streaks. Pick things up, it's 4th and 3 on the Miami East 32. Logan May carries the ball, but he's stopped by Covington defenders. Covington's offense unable to capitalize on the ensuing drive. Then it was just a big hit here. 1st and 7 on the Covington 7. Handoff, Braxton Donaldson stopped again by Jared Williams. Vikings unable to put it in the end zone. Then 10 minutes left in the half, Nathan Bly punches it in. 4th and 2 from their own 45. Bucks again couldn't get things going. And we had a big play here from scrimmage after a touchdown. Less than a minute left in the half. Covington getting it. Touchdown. And this one came down to the wire in overtime. Covington, your winner. 21-20 over Miami East.
Well, it is that time on Football Friday. We're looking each week for the loudest students out there. It's our SVG Motors Student Section of the Week. Very nice. That's the Springfield Shawnee Braves, and they are our SVG Motors Student Section of the Week. Got a little bit of patriotic red, white, and blue colors out there, and pretty good out there, I'd say. Our scoreboard is powered by ScoreStream. Time to get you caught up with some more of the scores from across the Miami Valley here in Week 7. We begin with Alter getting the win at Dayton, 29-22. And then this one is an absolute shocker. Trotwood loses a GWalk North game for the first time since 2007, getting stunned by Troy, 21-20. Some more scores for you. Meadowdale spoils Ponus' homecoming with a 25-6 win, and Lebanon shuts out West Carrollton. Coming up next on Football Friday, two of the best teams in the state squared off in a huge MAC showdown. We'll show it to you next.
We're the Covington Bucks, and you're watching Football Fridays!
All right, no game in the state is as big as Marion Local and Coldwater when you look at the last 3 seasons. Since 2012, both have won 3 straight state titles.
They've gone a combined 94-2 against everyone, excluding each other. And Marion Local comes into this game riding a 43-game win streak, which is the 7th longest all-time in state history. So we journey to Coldwater. 50-50, split the pot. The winner took home more than $11,000. That's how many people were there. We pick it up. Jack Hemmelgarn, perfectly placed pass to Neil Muhlenkamp. He takes it in, 7-0 Coldwater. Second quarter score still the same. Marion Local trying to get something going. 4th down, they come up short against that staunch Cavalier defense. Now this one was only 7-0 at the half. Marion Local scored a touchdown and got a 2-point conversion with 32 seconds left in the game to tie it at 14. But Coldwater kicks a 44-yard field goal as time expires. They win a thriller 17-14, snapping the Flyers' 43-game win streak.
Chris is making tonight's delivery from Donato's Pizza, Subs, and Salads. He brought us the new All-Ohio Pizza, which is made with ingredients that are locally sourced, including fresh ricotta and fresh mozzarella cheeses, and Donato's Heritage Pepperoni. The All-Ohio Pizza is available in 4 different sizes, with the large pizza on sale for just $14.49. But act quickly, it's only available until the end of the month, and it's all for a worthy cause. 50 cents from each pizza will be donated to the Urban and Shelley Meyer Fund for cancer research. Chris also brought the Brick Street bread, available in an Asiago cheese and garlic and cinnamon flavors. There it is. Call your neighborhood Donato's Pizza, Subs, and Salads, or order online at donatos.com to try an all-Ohio pizza and breadsticks, all from Donato's Pizza, Subs, and Salads, where every piece is important. Coming up next on Football Friday, you've got to see our play of the week because it was absolutely ridiculous. That's coming up next. Time now for our play of the week here on Football Friday, and it comes from Wayne against Fairmont. Daryl McCluskey. McCluskey, you are a bad, bad man. This is on a punt return against Fairmont, and now he's going the wrong way. But now he's going the right way. And then look at this block that he gets right here as well. 70-yard punt return for a touchdown.
He's averaging 19 yards a touch this season.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Offense,
he doesn't get enough
all
touches because it seems like every time he does touch the ball, he scores touchdowns. Well done, Daryl McCluskey. GCL action. Fenwick looking to keep its unbeaten season going at Purcell Marion. Fenwick going for it on 4th and goal early on, and they get stuffed. How about the defense from Purcell Marion? Gotta love that. Later in the first half, Fenwick getting the ball back, and Alan Nix punches it in from a yard out, not keeping him out of the end zone that time. Falcons take a 6-0 lead. Then Purcell's offense really struggling until this. Mitchell Mays airs it out for Jamel Howard. He goes 93 yards for the score and ties the game up at 6. But then Fenwick would go on to score 32 unanswered points, and Fenwick rolls to 7-0 with a 38-6 win.
Well, how about Carroll? They're down in Cincinnati as well, taking on Roger Bacon. Pick things up. Second quarter, it's Sean Pauley weaving through traffic. Somehow, he comes out of this and gets into the end zone. You missed him for a second, and there he is. It's 21-7 Patriots. Bacon, though, trying to answer, and they go deep, but it's picked off by, guess who? Sean Pauley. They call that a Pauly D over in Jersey. Well, Carroll trying to put this one away early. A.J. Stanziano rumbling in. That made it 28-7. Carroll gets the win at Roger Bacon.
I'm from New Jersey, and I do not approve of Pauly D. Our scoreboard is powered by ScoreStream. Time to get you caught up with some more of the scores from across the Miami Valley here in Week 7. Minster upsets Fort Recovery 14-12, so another big game there in the MAC. And then Troy Christian loses at Tri-County North 41-28. That one a CCC showdown. Bethel edges out Twin Valley South. That's an upset too. Preble Shawnee loses by 1 to Dixie.
Well, a couple more scores. Pickle gets a win and Tippecanoe wins big.
And that'll do it for this edition of Football Friday, but we will have a lot more coming up at 11:15 over on ABC 22. For James Ryder, I'm Eric Elkin. We'll see you then.